First off, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today, members of Royal Square District, as well as Royal Square business partners, some artists, local entrepreneurs, elected officials, and members of the Democratic Party of York. My name is John McElligott. I am the Vice President and Chief Communications Officer of Royal Square Development and Construction. And I just wanted to welcome you all here today. But we're not really here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the Democratic Party of York County. We've been growing very rapidly over the last couple of years. In fact, we went from just 4 employees to almost 40 in just a short year. We've been expanding rapidly as construction comes to an end on the Bond Building, the Impact Hub, and the Wedding and Event Space. This growth, I believe, is beginning to spread. So when Bob came to me and talked about how excited he was to be moving onto the block and the rapid growth they've been experiencing, I was very, very excited to welcome them to the block. Now, while Royal Square Development and Construction, we don't endorse the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. What we do endorse is an open and civil dialogue. We're hitting a time now that we have a lot of problems in the city and the county, but we have all the ideas and the talent we need to solve those, but it's important that everyone has a seat at the table. So with that philosophy of being open and embracing diversity and new ideas, I'd officially like to welcome the Democratic Party of York County to Royal Square. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming out here today. This morning's news of the Democratic Party of York County's move has ignited, excited, and delighted those who've already heard about it. This is a big move for us. The last 10 years, December marked 10 years that we were at 275 West Market Street. And it's been a good 10 years for us. The DPOYC has undergone tremendous change during that time. Tremendous growth. In fact, so much so that we've outgrown that space. It no longer suits our needs. And frankly, that's a good problem to have. The space that we're moving into here on Royal Square is 50% larger, more square feet than what we currently have. And we think that'll be, that will only aid our efforts on a day-to-day basis in how we operate, how we function within the office and across the county as a whole. We see this as just one more piece in our overall vision, if you will, for growth for the Democratic Party of York County, which includes hiring paid professionals. It includes creating and launching a number of community coalitions. It includes an aggressive plan to dramatically increase our funding and to more effectively communicate with the voters of York County. Royal Square seems to be a fantastic fit for the DPOYC and for our overall mission, which is to improve the quality of life for all York County residents. Moving here is an opportunity as much as anything else for us. It's an opportunity to be part of something that we believe is really quite special here within the city. I'd like to say to the nearly 100,000 registered Democrats living in York County, I'd like to remind you that you are the party. So we want you to become part of all of this. We want you to be part of this movement, part of this team. Become a volunteer, become a contributor, become a candidate for public office, and most of all, get out there and vote in every single election every year. Because if you do that, we'll win seats up and down the ballot. I'd like to also just point out that the DPOYC's commitment to this project is evidence of an investment, if you will, in the city and in the county as a whole. For as the city of York goes, so goes York County. And that's not unique here. That's true of any community that's anchored by a third-class city as the county seat. And all of this is further evidence also that it's a great time to be a York County Democrat. We'd be happy to take some questions.
What building are you moving into?
135 South Duke Street, half a block from where we stand right now. We're just here right now because of the weather. And we can take a walk up.
Yeah, we can take a walk down. Have you moved in yet?
We're moving March 1st. is the date that we take possession, and then that whole week will be settling in, if you will.
Sure.
And we're also, we should point out, we're planning a grand opening, an open house, if you will. We don't have that final date nailed down right now. It'll be the middle of March. Give us a week or so to get in and get settled, and there'll be, we'll be sure to make sure.
And how much space are you taking in there?
We're taking the first floor and the lower level, which will be just under 3,000 square feet. We currently have about 1,985, I think it is, 1,975 square feet. So it is a significant jump in size, and the layout, I think, is tremendous. We'll have private offices. There'll be a meeting space in there. There'll be storage for campaign materials and yard signs and all that type of stuff as well. Phone banking. We'll have a room, at least one room dedicated just to phone banks.
What was in that space before, if anything?
It was a lawyer's office, I believe. So it's been vacant for a little while.
Oh, okay. That's not the, is that the building?
Nope, it's a different building. We'll walk you down. It's next to, I believe, Paul, do you remember the name of the architectural firm that moved into the furniture design? Nine Black, I think, something like that. But when we walk down, we'll see it. It's not too far.
Okay.
How many people use the headquarters on a daily basis? Like how many volunteers?
At this time, which is certainly not the peak time of the year for us, but is a very busy time of the year, we're averaging about 8 volunteers a day are in Democratic headquarters every day that we're open. And on days that we're not officially open, we have 3, 4, 5 people in there on days that we're closed.
And that's like on top of you and Prescott, like the paid employees?
I'm sorry?
That's on top of like the paid employees?
That's on top of paid employees, and actually we only have one paid employee, and that's Prescott.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else is, we're outside of Prescott, we are an all-volunteer organization, including myself.
Okay.
It's a 3-story building, right?
Correct.
Basement. What's going to happen to the top 2 floors?
There's 2 other floors, I believe. Right now, they're apartments.
They'll stay apartments.
Correct, yeah. There's been a pretty high demand for apartments on Royal Square. I think we only have 1 vacancy, maybe, and we're turning it over right now, so I think that's out of maybe 64 apartments. So we've been growing pretty rapidly. We've been focusing very heavily on the artistic and entrepreneurial community, but we seem to be attracting a lot of millennials, so the 18 to 30-somethings are coming to the block to start their businesses. In fact, the building you're standing in right now is technically a retail incubator, so there's a number of business people that are getting their start here, as well as redo. So just this last year, we've helped 40 people either expand or start their businesses. So that seems to be the forward momentum of what's happening on the block. People coming here, starting businesses, creating art, but really in the overall scope, they're coming here because they feel they can make a difference. And so that's one of the things that we're continuing to really push. And when Bob came to us and said specifically they wanted to build a bridge between the city and the county, be a part of that, making a difference, been excited to have them.
I just want to add that it's been a real pleasure working with John and his team of professionals there, and that's an apt description of them. They have been responsive. They're very professional in what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They have this tremendous vision, and we are just really excited about being able to be part of this. It's nice to partner with a group of such a group of forward-thinking entrepreneurs themselves.